Are you like me and always looking for a way to grow your skill set that's going to aid you while you're out on the trail? If so, stick around. I'm going to give you a tip. Talked about it before on this channel. If you haven't done it already, pick this book up, give it a quick read. It's a wonderful example on why we need to be a little bit better educated other than just walking down the trail, so that if in the instance something happens to us, we can take care of ourselves. And part of that's a pretty basic education that you can get at a lot of wilderness survival schools that are out there, and there are an absolute ton, and we're going to talk about a few of them in just a few minutes. But not all schools are created equal. You'll have some that they kind of fit into two categories. One category, which is the category that we typically fall into, which is much more of a realistic wilderness survival and less about the thriving and living out there. Whereas the other side of the coin is the ones that's more interested in the primitive skills, kind of bushcraft, hobbycraft of it all, back to more of a natural getting in touch with my roots approach, which there's nothing wrong with either one of those. But if I'm out hiking and get lost, I need to know how to keep myself warm, hydrated, and get myself back out than necessarily having to, depend on making knives out of rocks and fire out of sticks and all that fun stuff. So some are a little more practical, some are a little more hobbycraft, bushcraft, which again, they're all great skills to know, but just keep in mind they're not all created equal. So before you go find one, know what you're looking for. Stuff that's going to be most beneficial to you as a hiker who may get into trouble out and about on the trail. I need to know some situationally appropriate first aid so that I can take care of the immediate need that's out there. I need to know like land navigation. I need to know signaling, all of which is aiding in me getting back out of the woods, because that's really my priority when I'm out and about. And then if it has to be an extended period of time, then I need to know how to make fire and make water safe and shelter and all of that fun stuff. But, if you think about it, I'm stranded in the woods. My priority is getting out. So you need to be looking for a school that right off the gate is really going to have that focus. And there is an absolute plethora of schools out there for you guys to check out. So I want to give you guys a list of schools that I personally follow, that I like what they're doing, at least from what I can see on the surface, and kind of like where they're going. So hopefully you can see that you're not that far removed from one. No shocker here, this one's going to be first on my list, Texas Survival School. We're based in the Dallas-Fort Worth market. Been doing this for about 11 years now. So I think it's a wonderful place for you to go. You should all go check it out. Moving east over here, you got Strategic Self-Reliance and Defense. Alfred's doing some really good stuff over in Tennessee. Really like what I've been seeing coming out of his school. Popping over to the exotic Colorado end of the world, which I love that state. It's absolutely gorgeous. Jason's got some really good stuff going on with the Survival University. Down in California, you've got Thomas Coyne with Thomas Coyne Survival. Swinging over to Georgia, you've got Byron Kearns, and he's been doing this stuff for quite a while. And jumping back to Texas over here, we've got Everett over at the Texas Outdoor Resilience Academy, Texora for short. Does some really good stuff down there. Jumping up to the far northwest, we've got Alderleaf Wilderness College up that way. Those guys have been doing this for quite a while themselves. Can't talk about schools without talking about the Pathfinder School up in Ohio. Dave's got a really successful program up there. Pretty much every. Jumping over to New York State, you got Mountain Scout Survival. Hear great things about those guys up that way. Sliding down to exotic Alabama. Love their knives. Hear great things about their school coming out of it, Randall's Adventure and Training. And that's kind of just a handful, just right off the cuff. If you look around, there's schools everywhere. And then when you start looking, you find even more. So the overall message, guys, is go through, spend a weekend, at least a weekend. That's the least you can do. Go out, have a good time, learn a new skill that could help you while you're out on the trail. Anything you learn is going to be beneficial, as long as you're not learning something that's going to put you in danger. We should all accept the fact that bad things can happen to us. So anything we can do to improve that situation, it's going to give us a little bit better chances of coming out of it safely. And that's what it's really all about, so that we make it out, so we can make it home to our families and do it all again the next day. And as usual, if you're out on the trail right now watching this video, just remember the foot, right foot. Repeat. We'll see you guys next time.